Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Katawa Shoujo 7 Days, the mod. So, I played around a little bit with the audio settings, so I hope I'm a little bit louder and I don't echo as much as I did in the previous episodes. If that didn't work as well as I thought it would, I apologize. Also, this time I'm playing with the mouse and not with a controller that skips ahead all the time, so I hope that might be an improvement. So, last time we saw Lena sitting on a bench, and I thought to myself, hey, she's reading a book, so it might be interesting. I can't quite make out what it says on the cover though, but I guess we'll learn. I came closer to her. The girl continued to daydream, not paying much attention to me. Zero attention. A pound of contempt. Lena, I think. Silence. Wow, she's ignoring me. I noisily clear my throat. Hello! What are you reading? Overflowing with surprise, the Schamhaus jumped up. Oh, sorry. I tried to smile reassuringly. I didn't want to scare you. It's okay. A blush, instantly covering her cheeks, was noticeable, even in the semi-darkness. Jesus, I'm hoping you're not hearing this clicking so loud right now. I'm even through my headphones, I'm hearing the mouse clicking. Maybe you can do this differently. I'll try to do this differently. Maybe it's not as loud then. What are you reading? Right. What else do you ask a girl with a book? To be fair, it is a pretty natural question. No matter if it's a girl or a boy or... I don't know. I remember... you people probably know I'm interested in weird stuff like history and old literature, etc. So I rarely have the opportunity to talk to someone on a bus or something like that, because I recognized the book and thought, hey, I read that as well. That is super interesting to me. And the one time I didn't actually seize the opportunity, and I'm regretting that to this day. You never know, you know. The older I get, maybe it's actually like some kind of old man syndrome, but the older I get, the more I think, why not use those opportunities? Because what is the worst that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is the other person is not interested in a talk and will try to end the talk quickly. And that's it. Nobody was hurt, and life goes on. She lifted the book from her lap and showed the cover. On a dark background, it was written in white script. Gone with the Wind. Now that I haven't read. And I haven't seen the movie. I smiled. Romance! What else? Nice book. What's the plot? I'll quickly save, but I'll ask about the plot, because to be honest, I really don't know. Like, I have a vague memory from someone telling me, like, I think my mom or someone once told me what it's about. Like, before I tell nonsense, I rather don't say anything. So what's the plot? Never read it. They say it is ladies' fiction, even though I don't really understand what that means. Not judging or anything. Is it interesting? In some places. I suddenly caught myself thinking that Lena seemed familiar to me. And that thought was followed by a desire to get to know her a little bit better. Hey, you don't know the real Lena, I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I'm so judgmental. The original game scarred me, okay? The original game scarred me. Hashtag suka. I'm not a big fan of reading. I prefer action. Well, we all have our weaknesses. Hey, on the other hand, I like pro wrestling, so who am I to judge? But if you recommend something to me, I'll hear you out. While you're young, the word love still seems holy and unused. And admitting to a person that you like him can often turn your life around. First, we think about what it might mean. Then we think why we can like someone. Although this is the simplest thing, they just do, no reason. And then the irreparable happens, and the person takes a place in our thought. So you can call me a bastard, but I like you. And I don't know what to do about it. What is that? From which telenovela did you steal those lines, man? So I cast my gaze skyward and, squinting affectionately at the caressing stars, I say, you know, I like you. Of course I didn't say that out loud. Because if I just confess to her, it'll be our mutual problem. And I'm not ready for problems yet. But getting to know someone... Okay. Why? I asked her what she's reading. What in the... You know, I fucking hate this mod, you know? I fucking hate this mod. It's just unfair. It's just unfair. Listen, Lena, if you ever get lonely, I wouldn't mind... The words didn't want to form into a meaningful sentence. What am I, nervous? After giving myself a mental slap and exhaling, I finally realized what I wanted to say. Anyway, if you don't mind, I'd like to get to know you better. The girl shuddered faintly and looked me straight in the eye. It's so... sudden. Yeah, I know, I just... Why? Why what? Why did you tell me all that? Well, Lena stared into my face, watching the movement of my lips, as if so much depended on my answer now. It's just that I'm interested in you. I wonder why, though. Is it because she reminds him of his former girlfriend or something like that? I don't know. Ah, I see. Lena took a step back and averted her gaze. So what do you say? I need to think about it. She was getting ready to leave when I stopped her with a question. Lena, can I please ask you about something? About what? Will you keep me company? Please don't be angry at me. Nah. She made pretty clear that she doesn't like us being overly assertive, so to be honest, in real life I would just say bye after that awkward conversation, but if I have to choose either or, will you keep me company? Please don't be angry at me. It's my first time here. First time? Lena measured me with a transparent look. Okay. The girl got up, looked into my eyes, apparently about to say something, but got flustered, looking away. She exhaled convulsively, and melted into the night. Melted into the night, that's pretty cool. I don't think you say that in English, but that sounds pretty cool. Do you say that in Russian, that someone melts into the night? Oh, what do we say in German again? Someone disappears into the night or something, I think. What do you say in German? Der verschwindet in der Nacht. Der verschwindet in der Dunkelheit. I think you say disappear in the darkness. What's with her? How should I know? You look like you have a score together. What score? Do I look like Google to you? I bet that had made sense in Russian. Evening, warm, kind, mine. Perhaps today everything happened not as I planned, not as I wanted. But that doesn't matter. It just means I'll have something to do tomorrow. I didn't get to know everyone by far. Take for example that Japanese girl. Or the mysterious Genya. I had already rounded the monument to the bronze dunce with an incomprehensible name or surname, when suddenly my attention was attracted by a metallic sheen. What is this? I came closer and picked it up. Ownerless keys. Our activist must have dropped them. We were just standing right here when Slavia called out to the thieves at the canteen. Or not? I thought about how she opened the door of the house where they fed the hungry Semyon and decided that it looked like it was simply open. How she managed to lose them? They're just that important. I picked up the artifact and put it in my pocket. I'll have to find Slavia and give them back. Or not? She fed me in a different house, so I can only guess approximately where she lives. Deciding that knocking on all the houses in a row is not a reasonable idea, I went on about my business. And I didn't even pay attention to someone's silhouette with long tails to the ground, skipping past me somewhere towards the dining room, singing some song in the voice of Winnie the Pooh. I didn't even pay attention anymore. I was tired. And only the wind brought pum purum pum pum, and then everything went silent. Oh, that's probably that sounds like something of some Hatsune Miku reference, but to be honest, I was never really into Vocaloids. The night was quiet, the pioneers seemed to have disappeared, and in the darkness only the bright squares of the window of the houses were visible. And from above all this, warm stars smiled. I made my way to a familiar house and knocked on the door. Open! And so I entered. Olga smiled affably at me. She was sitting on the right side's bed, writing down some thoughts in a solid-looking leather-bound notebook. Definitely about a newcomer who walks until late and makes the best pioneer of the squad babysit him. I was about to say something, but she cut me off with a gesture and pointed to the bed next, bed with prepared mattress and bed linen. Sit. She kept writing. Of course, you have a whole bunch of questions, but let's leave the exciting quizzes for tomorrow. But what about... Calm down. She interrupted me. That doesn't matter right now. She thoughtfully looked at me. I see you haven't brought anything. Don't worry, we'll get you something. We have everything you need here. That sounds like a cult. Slavia will provide you with the uniform tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she does, or maybe she's changing in the fucking storage room again. I don't know. But I'm not... My timid protests forced her to put down her pen and look sternly into my eyes. We all here are not. You will sleep where you sit. You can start making your bed. What? I got flustered. You're a big boy. No point in being conscious of me. Her eyes were green, devilish, and some kind of spring compressed in the back of my head was gradually unraveling, no longer being afraid of splattering those around me with the contents of my skull. Oh well, had to make the bed. And when I was done, she smiled knowingly. Good night. She flicked the light switch. Undressing in the dark wasn't very comfortable, but it had its advantages. For one thing, the darkness hid me from the counselor's gaze, though I wasn't sure she was even interested. I mean, hopefully not. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's the route in this game. Who knows? And in real life, Semyon is old enough for Olga. Again, in real life. And secondly, I could hide my future trinkets without any questions asked. I certainly didn't feel like explaining the contents of my pockets to Olga. Reaching for my phone, I snagged something with my hand and heard a distinctive ringing sound. That's right, our girl of all trades keys. I pondered. I'll return them to Slavia personally, hand over the keys to the squad leader. No, I mean, we don't even know if they're Slavias. So first we ask Slavia. Doesn't that make more sense? Also, we have a reason to talk to Slavia, so that's good on all ends. So we return them to Slavia personally. Oh shit! I'm just realizing how late it is. I completely forgot. Oh whoops! Well, that will be a rather short episode then. Hey, but again. Oh man, it's like a 15-minute episode. When was the last time we did a 15-minute episode or something? But then I'll finally have something to upload again, and it didn't again upload in like a month. So let's end the episode here. I'm very sorry. Next episode will be longer again. I swear to Jesus. And then we'll see what happens when Semyon returns the keys to Slavia. And we probably find out, I bet they're not Slavias. But maybe we can find out together whose keys they are. So that might be interesting. So, thank you everybody for watching. Again, sorry for the short episode, but next episode will be longer and I'm pretty sure I will see you there. So, thank you and bye-bye.